Hello and welcome to what I call a new video, and today we are going to be talking about what if I was Asgore?
Now, all of Undertale start when Undertale born. And what's the first plot important thing Asgore does outside of the goddamn war? Well, his most plot important thing ever. Another war! See, I'ma wanna get this off my chest real quick. If I was King Asgore, had a loving wife, had 2 nice children, and then I'm like, damn, why the fuck was one poisoned? Okay, to be fair, I wouldn't know they were poisoned. I thought they just died. And then my son, for some fucking reason, goes like, hey dad, I wanna fucking suck up their soul and bring their body to the world. And I'm like, are you sure? Last time we went out there, we got our ass beat, you know? I don't think we should do that. And then he already absorbed the soul, so like at that point I couldn't stop him. Like I'm just straight up confused. And then this motherfucker, I'm waiting at the door, I'm so worried, like goddamn, why is my son doing this in the first place? And he comes through the damn door, dying. And the first thing I'm thinking is, how the fuck? This man absorbed the human soul. How is anything destroying him? And his dying words, he explains the entire plan, and I'm just thinking to myself, bro, what? They poisoned themselves and somehow managed to make both die because you didn't fight back? Like, I'm struggling to keep that shit together, but my son is dying, so I'm keeping that shit together. At least until he fucking passes away. Like, as soon as there's dust in front of me, I'm crashing out. Like, what is going on here? The news spreads throughout the underground. I'm still punching the fucking air. Like, what? What was the purpose? What was the plan? And why did we send the fucking child to bury the body? Why didn't I go? I'm crashing out, bro. But then, after crashing out for what's probably a full-ass week, like, I had to have failed, like, bringing them up. Like, that's crazy. Everyone in my kingdom is now completely goddamn depressed. The future of the kingdom dead in the same goddamn week that the other future of the kingdom died. And just like, I'm just entirely on my end. I'm at the string ending point right now. And I'm starting to hear whispers. You know, I'm taking my knowledge of politics, and I'm like, people are real fucking depressed about this. And I feel like I've been a good king up until now. Now, what if I were to declare a proxy war to get the spirits back up, which doesn't actually do anything because our asses cannot leave? And I feel like that's a really good idea. You know, get the people's morale back up. No inciting incident that could potentially overthrow my reign over the kingdom. And we don't even have to do anything about it because we cannot leave. But that does rule out another child adoption. Which frankly, after the last one, that's fine with me. So yeah, my ass is still declaring war. But to be fair to the humans, you know, we gotta be fair here. Like, imagine being like a human man. You work in the farm, you look over to your shoulder and you see a dead fucking child carried by a giant fuck-off goat. What? 1, monsters are real. 2, it fucking killed a child. Like, I'd be the first one to beat that motherfucker up. You gotta be honest. But that don't fit my narrative, because I'm the king. I'm King Kindnod, you know, so much blood, so much pain. So yeah, war is declared. That shit, I wouldn't. I have to, literally. And now we knows what happens after the declaration of war. Poriel becomes a fucking grave robber for some reason. And I feel like, at this point, I'd start getting a little salty. Like, I'd be a little bit depressed that my loving wife is gone, but like, on the other hand, she stole the body! Like, I'm that one monkey gift right now. I crash out a second time. Like, how you gonna do that to me? I brought back unity in the underground. The hope has been restored, and you're gonna grab the grave of our adoptive child? Motherfucker, what?
Alright, that's fine. Not everything is going my way, you know. It's just not doing too well. I'm gonna be absolutely honest.
Now, current plan, I literally do not do anything. Like, royal guard, Who needs that? I think, just to make sure, if this whole child falling down into the underground thing happens again, I'm just gonna abolish the royal guard, methinks. Or not outright abolish them, like I would put them into an administrative position in the kingdom, you know? I wouldn't trust them with weapons, because they might just stab a child. And I don't want that. Now we still gotta keep a little bit of a police force going. You know, I would introduce the underground police force. Obviously, they don't have deadly weapons. Like, the best thing they got is like a baton, and they go like... Now, this police force would be very small and barely do anything because absolutely no one does crime in the underground. Like, outside of Muffet, everyone's good. But like, Muffet, she'd be locked up. And the first human falls. Now, Toriel sucks at her job still, so... Eventually, that human's gonna make it to me. Now, as I don't have a royal guard, and the citizens of my empire aren't very, good at fighting, I would say that in this timeline, I would have to deal with every fallen human personally. You know, my citizens have a direct order to stand down. See, in Undertale, they don't have that order. But, right now, I'm telling all of my citizens, stand down, I'll deal with this. Now, at this point, I would, look at the human and be like, hey, buddy, I'ma be completely honest with you here, buddy. You can't leave except if you kill someone, and if you do that, you're gonna die to me. Because guess what, buddy? I'm not a fucking monster. I'm a human in this fucking skies, and that means I can beat your toddler ass. So yeah, since I'm a human, I don't do soul fights and attack physically. And that in front of me is a fucking child. Do you think I can't punt a kid? I am very, very good at punting kids. So, with the toddler sufficiently threatened, I would secretly be contacting the, lobby in our country that is pro-human monster relations, so that they would, take care of the child. Because I'm sure not every single monster is fine with this whole war business. So, some people are gonna, start lobbies, and then I'm gonna go to them like all secret, and I'm gonna be like, you got a very beautiful, beautiful idea here, most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and so I'm going to give you this child, and you will make this child great. And then they leave. Now, I'ma be keeping a mole there. Sure, I trust them with the child's life and all, but I don't trust them that much, I'm gonna keep a mole there to make sure that child do not act up. And as soon as that child act up, brother stick time! And that is going to be repeated for every human. Now, of course, after the second human, you would have to have an explanation ready. And you know what, I'm kinda banking on the fact that, maybe people don't remember that well. And maybe sometimes it takes more than a generation of monsters for a human to fall down. So, considering that the only person alive from the Great War is Gerson and the immortal beings, I would say that's a pretty nice assumption to make. I feel like that's fine. I feel like we make that assumption. Like, we just strike the humans that fell from the records. Like, it's easy. Just make them just say, oh, they fled somewhere in the underground, we don't know where they are, or they could be anywhere. And then, oh, the child has been found, unfortunately dead. So their soul shattered and we couldn't get the soul in time. Unlucky. And that same thing happens to the second one if they fall in the same generation. Then the generation dies out. And I'm like, hey guys, a first human ever fell. Basically, gaslight, girl keep, gate pass. I did that wrong. I did that so wrong and I'm falling back. But yeah, that shit gon' straight up keep happening and happening and happening. But then unfortunate things occur. See, that's a problem right there. See, why is that a problem? See, there's this thing called the player. Now, before you fucking come on me in the comment section, that's what I'm saying with the player is a genuine possibility and genuinely something Toby Fox said. Tobias Foxworth himself said the thing in the Legends of Localization. But you know, the guy said we can't take Legend of Localization seriously, so I'm just gonna treat it as a possibility instead of an actual canon thing. And also stop commenting about it, I know. So yeah, Frisk, just another fucking child. However, if Frisk does have a player, we are royally fucked. Like, normal people would be fine with this arrangement. A player of a video game wouldn't. He'd start beating my ass. Now, he would have to first learn this whole business. He would have to learn all new combat system because I don't attack his soul, I attack his stupid fucking face. But that's what she gotta learn. That's what she gotta learn. Unfortunately, I won't be doing any of their learning cause they keep resetting, so they just gonna waste their own time. My time, I only ever get a single fucking shot. So the only time I realize that this is indeed the fucking player is the time I fucking lose. Damn! There are no amount of roundhouse kick in die Pfosten, die ich machen kann. If the player keeps deciding to reload, it's just unfucking fortunate. Fick dich. Yeah, but like, at some point, you know, monsters can stop fights in the middle of it. I should be able to do the same thing. I gotta be honest, I should at least be like, you hit me, they hit me, and I'm like, ugh. You think you can defeat me? Train for another 1,000 years! I am the king of all of monsterkind! And then fucking music starts playing and I start going to phase fucking 2, but phase fucking 2 is like in the middle of the fight, so my stamina is really bad, and like I've already taken hits, so phase 2 is just easier than phase 1 because I'm actually physically fighting. So I would pull out literally every fucking star, and I would fucking punch the shit out of it, and fucking so witching music, down with the toddler. Think, Chris, what will you have after 500 years? That's right, you'll still be here trying to catch up to my strength. That toddler is gonna get kicked, gonna get fucking slapped, gonna get fucking floated. And ultimately, that toddler is gonna fucking win. Yeah, so, I could keep this ruse going for eternity, but like, I'd die. If there's a player, I die. Like, that's not up to debate. It's unlucky, but like, I ain't beating the player. There's hair in my mouth.
My fit goes absolutely hard. I cue every single clown in the world.